And here we are again. Welcome, welcome. Guys, this stream is actually more for Zibo than anybody else. Zibo's out. He said he'll be back in a few minutes. But while I'm sitting here, I thought, if I'm going to do a test for him, I might as well show it to you too. And then if he needs more, I'll show him extra afterwards. But in essence, we're quickly going to look at the new electrical system code for the GPU that is put in and match it up with SAM. And then I'll add a little bit of information for the SAM guys as well. So let me rephrase what I said earlier. This will be more a stream for Zibo and then SAM. Okay, so between the two developers, they can then discuss any changes that needs to be made. But anyway, welcome to the guys from Stairport and then Zibo as well. Thanks for watching. We're currently at Dublin, and as you can see, I literally spawned in. So Zibo fixed the issue where on a cold and dark spawn, the lights here on the dash were all lighting up. And that is why we have a 20B fix that I'm busy testing. All right, Zibo, so it seems this is working. There's no more lights like we had this morning. So I'm going to do a couple of tests. First of all, I'm going to connect ground power. This is now SAM, by the way. Let me actually just start SAM up, show you guys. By default, the Zibo GPU is not connected, right? And by default in my simulator, hang on, let me just actually run this. Let's create this pipeline quickly so we have something to work with. I'm not going to fly it, so I'm just picking anything just to have data. Just dispatching it from SimBrief quickly. Right, so there's no GPU in the Zibo side, but by default mine is set to work from SAM. So we can actually show you the Zibo settings. That's irrelevant really, because you'll see it works. Right, so we're going to go to the pre-flight. See the ground power is enabled. That coincides with the setting on the Zibo side. In actual fact, let me show you guys. Let's do this. I think it's under hardware there. Jetway power is set to SAM. Right, so the Zibo looks for SAM. SAM is enabled by default, but we get a cold and dark situation. In other words, power is available, you can see, but it's not on the bus. It's not connected. So we're going to quickly connect it. There you can see life is now coming to the system. We can then start switching on the lights a little bit just to show you guys it is working, and we can switch them off again to show you it's working like that. Right? That's test 1. Test 2 is when we actually engage the battery, and just for our sake we also put the emergency lights to on. Alright, so you can see again no lights, that's been fixed. We can still set our own lights. Right, now what is important for me and a lot of the users is the fact that in some of the versions we've had to physically disconnect and restart X-Plane to actually switch over to the Zibo GPU, and that's no longer the case. Now we can just click on the GPU there, just for clarity's sake also, let's just go switch it off over here. So SAM ground power is now disabled. So the one that we're picking up right now is the Zibo power, right, Zibo GPU. And this is something we could not do before, you see. Let's start together. Let's get it back on. Right, so as far as I can see, it appears to be fixed. It appears to now give you the ability to switch between the different sources for ground power. Let's go back to SAM quickly. Put that on enable. Alright, so there we go. We're on SAM now. That one's disconnected. And that's it. As easy as that. And hello, Zibo. Okay, let's do that. Zibo, that's how it spawns. That was my first test, but we can start from the beginning for you. Alright, so there we have. GPU is available. It's not the Zibo GPU. It is the SAM GPU that is available. And we're going to connect. There you go. Perfect. How's that? Then we can connect and disconnect without having to restart Explain. That's a big plus point. See, it's definitely using that one. Zibo, I think you fixed it. The fact that we don't have these lights anymore is amazing. It's cool. So we can actually achieve a proper golden dark situation. See, there's no more lights. You fixed that bug already. Right. I'm glad you like it. I thought I would put the test quickly on YouTube because you said you were going to be out and then you can have a video. Also, I want to show the Stairport guys the next section. So I'm going to continue. If you're happy, Zibo, I'd like to continue just doing the loading up with Sam. Unless you want me to just quickly do 1 or 2 more tests for you. Because I want to also give this on their Discord so they can come and have a look. See what's happening. This thing starts to come about. Alright, so we are going to make use of stairs. And what we want to do is we want to quickly get the OFB and just double check these figures because yesterday they were not talking nicely with us. Hey Scotsman. Yeah, it was a pain. No, Zibo fixed it for us, man. Quick. Right, so let's have a look, see. Let's get Edge on the screen here. Smaller. Right. So, in terms of the passengers, we've got 177 passengers. So I just want to grab the calculator here quickly. So 177 times 79 gives us 13,983. Right, so that is immediately wrong. That is wrong. That needs to be 13,983. Okay, let's keep that. Okay, then in terms of the package, we have 177 times 25. It's 425, so that's perfect. That's easy to calculate. Then in terms of cargo, we've got, according to the OFB, there we have got 1.2. So 1,100. Now if we look at the payload at the bottom, the dry operating weight payload is 19.6. That's perfect. Zero fuel weight 62.7. That's perfect. Fuel is 4,800. That's perfect. Takeoff weight estimate is 67.5. Alright, so it's a little bit heavier because of the taxi fuel and stuff that's in there. That's perfect. So if we now load up, let's fast track it quickly. But I'm not so much worried about that. Let's quickly get into the FMC. That's really where it counts, where it should work. So we have VI. I did not do any reads for it, nothing. I just did a quick dispatch. I'm not going to fill in everything. EGSS. Right. Right, so this must now match. So we have a zero fill weight, 62.7. We have a takeoff weight of 67.5, which includes the 100 kilograms for taxi and APU. So if we do it manually, it works. We obviously had to fix those figures, but now let's go back. Now let them do it. So we go back there, reset the flight. Pull in the sim brief. Start the pre-flight stairs. I'm not going to change anything now. This is just by default. Okay. I'm going to take a quick screenshot. Let me just get those values saved for us. Okay. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on load. And let's fast track it. It looks way different now. And I don't know if we still have to. Yeah. See, now it's completely out again. Completely gone. But let's do this. Let's just make it fair. Let's just reset this FMC completely. And go reset the system here. Zero. That didn't zero out. Okay, hang on. I'm going to reload the aircraft quick. Let's just make sure it's clean. And then we're just going to use zero manipulation and just let it load up. Get the sim brief info and load up. Because yesterday it was still working. Yesterday tested it to work. Right, so after the reload, we must start with the basics. Might be an interesting test. There we go. Okay, cool. That's set. Right, so now there's basically nothing. Hang on a second. Go set that. The fuel, the short. 2 point. Right, so it's just a little bit different. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to get the information here. Start over, right? Alright, I'm not going to change anything here. Obviously, cargo is wrong and passengers. Those two fields are completely wrong. Let's load. Let's fast track it. You can already see it's not going to work. Just not going to work. They add way too much on top.
They messed about with the weights again.
Yep.
I thought they had it pretty much right.
Uncle John, the sum total was perfect yesterday. Today it's out again. So I don't know their design philosophy or how they work behind the scenes, but they obviously are still experimenting. Now, I don't know if they change one aircraft, it then propagates to other aircraft or whatever. But I don't understand how this can be so difficult just to fix this one calculation. It boggles my mind. Because yesterday you can see on my stream it worked. Today it's not working again. How do you work like that? I don't understand it.
Are you able to go back to yesterday?
No. Wrong place.
Well, if it's all wrong, what's the purpose of doing what you're doing, Nick?
To show them it's wrong. To show them it's wrong. Because, I mean, any child can see it's not calculating again. And if you look at my stream yesterday, it was. And I don't change anything on my side. This comes from some other synchronization on their server or code change. You know, so anyway, there you go. Look at the zero fuel weight now. 62.7 and now it's 65.9. I mean, that's 2,200 kilograms difference again. I mean, I didn't use a calculator to calculate that. I'm guessing quickly out of my head, yeah. So I don't know. It means that again on today's version of SAM, we now need to physically actually manipulate this thing again. So let me just get back there. Let's see if we can do it on the fly now that we know what we should do. So let's go back. Reset the flight. Pull it in again. Right. So if you look at those values at the bottom there, look at the payload. The payload is 19.6. Right? I pull in my sim brief. It pulls it in exactly as it should be. The sum total is perfect. 19.6, 19.6. You go to the next page. You have to start. Look. Now all of a sudden they've added a hell of a lot of weight. What they get where? I don't know.
From where? From where?
I don't know. Thin air. Okay, I'll go have a look now, Zibo. Sorry, Zibo's interrupted. He's asked me to go look at something. Okay, I'm gonna have a look now, Zibo. So anyway, okay, I'm left with having to manipulate this and fix the values, and then it works. I'm just gonna quickly do this, and then I'll move back to what Zibo wants me to do quickly. So we've got 177. That will work out at. Go away. Wrong button. 13,983. And cargo is 1,200. Right, baggage is correct, fuel is correct, load, fast track. Yeah, 62.7, let me put it there. Now, if the Stairport guys turn around and say, well, look, listen, you have to set this up manually, then at least we know. But currently, I think the expectation is everybody is expecting them to pick up the values correctly and then just simply not manipulate it. But anyway, okay, it's up to them. They'll have to tell us what their end game is, what they want to achieve or not. Hello, Chris. Good morning. Yeah, Scotsman, you just have to be on the lookout for things like this until they settle with their code and decide what they want to do. Right, now, what I want to do is I want to quickly restart Zibo. Just reload the Zibo mod to get to Golden Dark again. Zibo says I must show you how the fuel temperature indication works when the power is connected. For test fuel temperature indication, you can say transfer bus to off and disconnect AC power bus 2 without yeah, okay, I'm sorry, Zibo, I jumped the gun a bit. He says I can do those things without losing my settings in the FMC. It's not a problem, Zibo. I'm not going to fly, so it's irrelevant what's in my FMC right now. So what we want to do is we want to look at the fuel temperature. So this is the fuel temperature. Let's look at it more square on. Okay, so currently it's just dead. There's nothing happening there. All right, now he says when the power is connected for this, you can see. Okay, not important right now. So there we have batteries on now. Let's just enable the ground power quickly. Right, so keep your eye on that gauge. There you go. And now it actually measures the temperature. Ah, that's cool, Zibo. That's really nice. Really nice. For test temperature indication, you can set the transfer bus off and disconnect the AC power. Okay, well, the transfer bus is definitely off, and now we can disconnect. Right, and that, if I had anything in the FMC, it says it would have stayed. Oh, that's a nice new toy. There you go. Right, so that's now part and parcel of the deal as well. Very nice, Zibo, very nice. Anything else you want me to quickly look at for you while we are here? Because that's all we had to do. It's really all we had to do. I just don't want to disconnect. I just need confirmation that Zibo's happy. Then I'm just going to do a couple of other things and just take a bit of a rest as well somewhere. Okay, now he says he's happy. Yeah. Okay, well, gents, that's it for me. I just needed to get this on record. So you guys must have an awesome rest of your day. And thank you, Chris. I'm sure Zibo sees that as well. We'll talk later. Have a good one. You're welcome, Chris. Cheers, guys.